The Joe Rogan Experience.
I think music is so transcendent.
It is.
It's of all the arts. I love all of the arts, and F all of these kids who are gluing themselves to frickin' classic art pieces.
Yeah, well, they're gluing themselves to the wall and throwing soup on the plastic.
Someone glued themselves to the actual painting the other day. The
Another
girl
one?
with the pearl earring. Yeah.
Wait, where was this?
Where is that painting? I just was reading about it on the way over
They
here.
should start hacking arms off. That would stop that.
I was like, get Mo, all of them.
Just put a tourniquet around their forearm. Climate protester glues his head to girl with a pearl earring painting.
The Hague. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean...
He glued his head to the painting.
And I'm not sure if this is true, so maybe fact check me on this, Jamie. But I also heard that somebody who's funding all of these is one of the grandchildren of the Gettys, which makes it even more hilarious if this is true.
Oh, who knows how much funding is involved in crazy glue.
That's an oil family.
But I'm saying it's crazy
so
glue.
Funny. No, I know.
I mean, but how much funding is involved?
But they're climate activists, all these people. So it's just
Getty oil fortune heiress helped fund climate activists who have target artworks and museums.
It's hilarious to me. Like, you are rich because of oil.
She looks like the type of person who'd fund that. She looks angry. She's
Maybe
smiling.
she's angry to be born to into
Does
such
she have a
wealth.
biohazard tattoo on her left arm? Oh, Christ. It does say biohazard. Oh, my God. There's just something. You see what they did at the Porsche Museum?
Where they were mad that they didn't get buckets to poop in?
No, they glued themselves to the floor, so
Yeah.
the Porsche people just shut the lights off and left the place. Fuck off.
I thought one of the guys was mad. Maybe this was another place.
No, they couldn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
They wanted somewhere to go to the
Where
bathroom.
they're supposed
Look at that. Glued themselves to the Porsche Museum but needed to go potty. Staff simply left, turning off heat and lights rather than calling the police. Good for you. Good for you, Porsche. It's so fucking dumb. It's like we keep starting the conversation. Like, the conversation's already happening.
We shouldn't even be giving them attention, honestly.
No, it's a symbol of this TikTok generation.
Yeah.
It's a symptom of all this nonsense that you're seeing constantly online. These people, they're trying to get attention with the least amount of work possible.
Yeah. I'm like, go clean up a beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do something productive. If you care about the climate, I'm always screaming about this. Organize an international clean up the beach day. Take pictures of all the garbage that you collect.
Yeah.
All over the world. Post TikToks about it. I can be an activist. But do something.
Yeah.
It would be moving to see how much garbage is on the beach.
The girls who threw the soup at the Van Gogh, they went on Patrick Bet-David's podcast, and he's a brilliant guy. And he asked them, may I ask what your pronouns are? And she said her pronouns are she, he, they.
I don't understand.
You don't have to. That's perfect. It's perfect. That's nonsense.
I don't understand.
You're she, he, and you're a they, so you're plural, you're masculine, and you're feminine. You're basically a god.
I don't get it, though.
You don't have to get it. They're
I
20-year-old kids.
Get it.
They just want attention, and they're so happy they're getting attention because they think they're fixing the world by gluing themselves to the wall.
I would agree, except it's all been institutionalized. Like, people have to put this in their corporate, emails that they're sending to you. They have to, there's policy being written in Europe about energy because of Greta. It's not like, oh, look at these crazy kids and their crazy ideas, and it's somehow being captured they're capturing institutions.
Well, it's the thing du jour, right? It's the thing that
Current
people are
thingism?
Yeah, it's the thing that people are told they have to concentrate on now.
But there's still policies and stuff that are So it's still having real life ramifications. It's not like we're like, oh, those crazy kids.
It is having real life, but it also there's overcorrections and then there's balances, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there's a guy that I'm going to talk to that is covering cobalt mining, and cobalt mining is horrific.
I know.
It is horrific, and it is in all of our electronics. It's like one of the things that I've been saying about all these people that are tweeting about injustices on the world, they're doing it on a phone that was made by slaves.
Yeah.
Like if you go down as far as you can go to find what's the source of the stuff that is in the phone that makes it work. It's sourced by slavery.
All these electric vehicle batteries too.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we going to do with all the technological waste? What do we just take computers and what do you do with your old computer?
Well, what do you do with there's a lot to do. Like I would imagine that this is an opportunity for someone to innovate and come up with a way to recycle that stuff and use it in a way. But then I was reading about recycling the other day. I went down a rabbit hole the other day because I was reading about birds that are swallowing bottle caps and stuff like that.
Okay,
it's a giant issue.
Yeah.
And so then I went on a rabbit hole of seagulls and what cunt seagulls are.
Yeah.
And seagulls swallowing rabbits and swallowing other birds. It's like seagulls are monsters.
No, they are.
They're fucking monsters.
A seagull on the beach out east swept down and took my cousin's sandwich out of her hand while she was eating it. This is a true story.
That's little. They'll eat your kid. If your kid was small enough, they'd swallow your kid. I mean, they're literal opportunist monsters.
Yeah.
You know, the worst is pelicans. Pelicans swallow seagulls. They swoop down. They take a whole seagull.
They look like dinosaurs.
They are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They are.
Whenever you're on the beach and you see them flying by, they look like pterodactyls, like little ones.
Yeah, they're spooky animals, but they're also awesome. So then I went down this rabbit hole of recycling. Mm-hmm. And do you know that it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 5% of plastic gets recycled, even though you say recycled?
Yeah.
Like you put it in a recyclable bin. How much actually gets recycled? Very, very little of it.
One of the first articles I ever read in the New York Times Magazine back when it was good. I was in high school, and there was a whole article about how recycling is basically bullshit.
Yeah, it's basically bullshit. It could work, but it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. It could work if you could get all the plastic, and there was some sort of a financially feasible way to gather it all up and process it and reuse it. It can be done.
Right.
I mean, there's that project that they're doing with the Pacific Garbage Patch where they're scooping up all that stuff and they're converting it into plastic that they use for items. Like you can buy eyeglasses that were made, the plastic frames and everything were made with the recycled plastic. So
crazy.
Which is cool that they're doing that. And then there's a way to make it financially viable. But overall, most of the plastic, single-use plastic, like bottles, water bottles and stuff like that, it's not being recycled. Yeah, we stopped using water bottles here. We have a water filter now, and then we have these steel cups. And I'm contributing, man.
I'm glad.
But meanwhile, I drove an electric car. And,
I mean,
and that's not providing, it's not putting out bad emissions, but it's like, where's the batteries coming from?
I always think of Thomas Sowell and his famous quote, there aren't solutions, there are trade-offs. And if you start evaluating everything from that perspective, you can, I feel like, get to more helpful solutions when you know that you're evaluating the trade-offs.